When I brought up the idea of Vern and Greg taking Vince's offer and potentially getting cut into future revenues in their territory, you talked about the story about Stu Hart selling Stampede to Vince, and then Vince, 1 year later, reneging on the deal. Wasn't the story, though, that he reneged on the deal, or at least the reasoning he was able to use, because it happened, was because it was supposed to mean I buy your territory, you go away, and instead Bruce started up right away using
that's true.
Stampede Wrestling?
I don't remember whether it was right away, but yeah, Bruce did start a promotion of some description called Stampede Wrestling and muddied the water. But in all honesty, it wasn't really. It was not going to last for however long, because at that time Vince made a deal that he thought that he could live with. But then after a year, you realize, okay, I've got. Part of the deal was Brett and Owen and not Owen at that time, but Brett and
the Bulldogs
and Neidhart would get jobs, and maybe Dynamite at that time.
Well, he was one of the Bulldogs.
Yeah. Well, wait, of course. Jesus Christ. Anyway, they would get jobs, and then Stu would get a payoff of all the towns in his territory and everything. But a year later, Vince is thinking, well, I'm paying this fucking money and we're not even running that often. And goddamn, what's he have to do with he was having buyer's remorse anyway. And I've got the guys, so he was going to get out of it one way or another. Because none of those deals seemed to work with Vince and any of the other promoters, whether they started running again or not.